There comes a time where you gotta say, you know what? I don't want to live with my parents anymore. It's never going to be perfect, but you can't expect to move out and live in the lap of luxury.
You start from the bottom.
From the bottom up, and then you'll feel better about it. Welcome to Twin Talks. I'm Nadia.
And I'm Nikki.
And today's episode, we're talking about how long is too long to live at home.
That's a tough
It's
question.
a boomerang generation, right? What are the issues that are going on?
There's tons of issues. Number one, let's look culturally. Culturally, our parents would have kept us our whole lives at home because they liked us there. But is it right?
No.
Probably not, right?
No.
Many cultures outside of Canadian culture say don't go until you have the money to do it on your own. People will laugh at them. They say, you know what? No, we'll save as much as we can for you to go to school if you're going to go to school. But we'd rather you stay here now than accrue like $100,000 of debt for schooling. They decide, the cultures decide it's better for us as a family to educate you and let you stay home and not force you to go at 18. What I see in Canadian culture is the kids say, I'm going to school, whether it's college or university or apprenticeship or whatever, and it's kind of like, I'm going and I'm leaving. But do they have the money? A lot of the times they don't have the money, and so the parents say, okay, go, and either the parents have saved for them or they have to take OSAP or some sort of loan. And so when they come back in 2 to 5, 6, 7 years after they finish their schooling, they're like, holy smack, I've got like $1 zillion of debt, and now I got to stay here. So what sense does that make?
I do see what you're saying, but there's a point. You know what I mean? There's a point where you need to have the hunger to live on your own. There's a learning in it. When I moved out, granted it was a lot different. I paid my school bill because my parents said 1 year. I said, I'll stay 1 year and then I'm out because they wanted me to stay. And I said, no, I want to go. So I said, I'll compromise 1 year. I spent 1 year saving my money, and then when I moved, it was like not an option to come back. It was not an option. I would beg, borrow, or steal.
Our parents there, and we could not, 100% could not afford to be going away out of
That's
town.
true, yes.
So it wouldn't matter if it was
two of us.
college or university, whatever, with the siblings and everybody, we just could not afford it. And it was told to us that.
Yeah.
So we stayed at home and
Which
we
was
worked
fine.
and we put ourselves through.
Yeah.
Which is a different
Well, I
time now.
paid my own,
You
yeah,
did pay your
yeah,
own.
yeah.
But that's a big deal. Culturally, they said, stay here. We will pay for your food and we will pay for that. You just go to school and do what you need to do. And that's why after you were finished, you could sit down and say, I'll work a year. You were safe enough to stay. And then you were out and you never came back.
But that's what I think should happen. If you don't have the money to send your kid to school, and they don't have the money to pay for the school, they should stay home until they can pay for their schooling. Once they are finished their schooling, 1 year, and get the hell out of here.
Okay.
You have to learn to be an adult. You need to know what it's like to feel broke.
The point that I'm trying to make, I don't disagree with what you're saying. At 18,
Too young.
to me, it's been this way forever, but the stakes have changed. It's very expensive out there.
Yes.
So what's the difference other than, whatever, $75,000 in debt if you're going away to university? 18, 21, who cares?
Yeah,
Why don't you just wait and make it so that you're not as far in
We're
debt?
on the same page on that level. I'm
and
on
then
the same
you
page.
leave.
We're
Then
on
you
the
leave.
same page.
But people will say to you, well,
Get a
it will
couple of
change the
jobs.
university experience, or the college experience, or the apprenticeship experience. They should be able to leave at 18.
Well, then pay for it. If you don't cut the umbilical cord, you're going to live your whole life until you're in your 50s. You got to haul ass sometimes.
And that might be
it's
like
true.
5 roommates.
It's true.
That might be 5 roommates to make it affordable.
You have to work. I mean, how many jobs did I have? I had 4 jobs.
Me too.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I had
hauling my ass because nobody was helping me, and I knew it. It was sink or swim.
But everything's relative.
Yeah, it's all relative. There's
only
gotta
thing
be a
is-
time where you say, see ya. On
The reason they're
principle.
coming back, though,
Yes, I hear
and I'm just saying, the reason they're coming back is because they've gone away and they've accrued a lot of debt. And they had a whole lot of fun, probably, but they accrued debt getting this education or whatever. But my question is, when you don't have somebody to help you, then you have to sacrifice something. It probably wasn't my personality, to be quite honest, but I probably would have liked to have gone away for university, because I know I missed out. I totally did. But I also didn't have any debt when I finished school.
There comes a time where you gotta say, you know what? I don't want to live with my parents anymore. It's never gonna be perfect, but you can't expect to move out and live in the lap of luxury.
You start from the bottom.
beginning, from the bottom up, and then you'll feel better about it.
And mine was just,
Yes.
if you really can't afford it, you're
Stay
not
home.
going to get the same experience as people who do have the money, but you will have different experiences because you saved it,
Yes.
you'll have less debt, and you can have your fun
Yeah,
later.
absolutely.
21, what's the friggin' dip? If you like us, click like.
Add
Tell
your
us
comment.
what you think in the comment section below. See you next time on Twin Talks.